everyone, welcome back to the channel. Artisan Pirate here, and in today's fun video we're going to be doing an unboxing of sorts with the 5 boxes you see sit here on the table saw in front of me. Really cool. They are packed full of, if you guys seen the thumbnail of the video, HO scale model train stuff. Now, of course, in my excitement, when these boxes came into my possession, I quickly cut the tape on the boxes and just glanced in them, of course looking to see what was in it. But I thought, why not get a very genuine reaction? So I shut all the boxes back, brought them back out here, and I thought, why not film unboxing them to get, you know, again, the genuine feeling and excitement of everything. The way these boxes came into my possession is a really cool way. I went out to coffee with my pastor, and we sat and had coffee for over 2 hours. I know that seems kind of impossible to have coffee that long, but we just got to talking about everything. We got to talking about life, church, our families, how each other was doing in life. He got to talking about my YouTube channel. We talked about music and movies, and then for whatever reason the subject came around to trains and what he was going to do. These were his childhood trains here that his father had bought him, and the memories made, he said, will last a lifetime, but it was time to pass them along, and he was going to give them to like a Good Samaritan or a hospice where they could make a little money on them. But when the conversation came around to trains, his eyes lit up, and he's like, why not I give them to you? You do HO scale train stuff, and of course that is what I run in the model train room. And I do like the bigger O scale stuff, like up at the Mebane train display. It's just HO scale stuff is what I currently have room for with the train room I have. And I followed him back, and he'd give me these 5 boxes. Again, as soon as I got home and unloaded them, I did, again, cut the tape because I was just so excited to have new train stuff to look through. But then the back of my mind, I'm like, hey, hold up. Let's unbox all this on camera, and again, thank my pastor properly. Let me tell you guys, if you have a pastor that reaches out to you, talks to you whenever you needs it, will pray with you, and genuinely cares about the people, you have a great person in your life indeed that can help elevate and inspire you. As you guys know, I like to say inspire, educate, elevate, and motivate. So that's always real cool, and I'm blessed to have a man like him in my life. But without further ado, I'm going to move the camera, and we can go through these 5 boxes and see what prizes are inside. Alright, now guys, I do not want to drag this video out and make it very long-winded. We're just going through what is in the boxes and just seeing what we have to kind of get an inventory. Once again, thanks to my pastor for giving me all this, and this is the first box we're going to go through, and it looks like it is packed full of HO scale accessories. Again, all the stuff I'm going to be showing you is HO scale stuff. Looks like we have some HO scale cars. There is some, oh cool, this is the trestles to make a grade, like where you can go up a hill or something. We have some electrical wire posts and everything. There is more signs, that one says truck terminal on it. And you can tell this is old school vintage HO scale stuff, so I really love that. You guys know nostalgia plays a huge part in me. There is a bunch of the people, and I'll be able to paint all these and theme them however I want. Here is a bridge. Let's see. Looks like a loading ramp. Looks like a roof of some kind. And again, I don't know what everything is in here. He said this was just his childhood stuff. This looks like a fence to make some kind of decor or perimeter around something. Have a nice little house there with looks like a little relaxing area. Really like that. Again, I love all the vintage cool stuff. Looks like maybe a fire station or an old schoolhouse, because it's got like the windows for like where the gymnasium would be. And I don't want to break anything. 2 more little buildings. And I've actually seen this little station here at train shows. And what is really cool about all this is my pastor said him and his dad put all this stuff together when he was a child. So that's always great to make those memories. That's a great thing for model railroaders. Here looks like, oh, a 7-Up factory. I have not had a soda going on 13 years. I just drink water, coffee, and the occasional drink. Another nice factory style building there. And that is all that's in that first box, and I'll quickly set everything in and we'll go to the next one. And again, I will go through and catalog everything here. Set that on the side. Here is another box. And this one has the same thing in all of it. Operating crossing gate. I do have one on my layout. And we'll just look through one of these boxes since they are essentially the same. The old Tyco brand. So there we have all of the pieces and accessories for a crossing gate, you know, where the train will go by and then the crossing gate will go down. So that's always good, especially with the smaller HO scale stuff, to have some kind of animation or something like that, you know, because that is usually more akin to the bigger O scale stuff, to have like all the little moving parts and pieces that are not the trains. Speaking of trains, the actual bigger train is going through the background, if you can hear the horn. Here is another box of buildings. Oh, and this one here looks like it had some kind of movement in here. Really, really cool. I will have to clean this up and see what it does. The tape, I don't know if it's holding the roof or anything on. Again, I'm just quickly showing everything. More buildings and everything here. Looks like an actual train station here. And this looks like where it could connect to the tracks or to a station platform for people to stand on. Gravel Supply Company truck. Another station platform. Another bridge here with the track on it, and looks like some drums here for decor. Let's see, Miracle Furniture Company. Wow, that is highly detailed. It even has all of the furniture in the display windows. That's really cool. Again, you usually do not get all that with HO scale stuff. It's usually for the bigger scales. So I'm really impressed by this. All of this, again, is vintage. I'm going to assume late 60s, early 70s stuff. Luigi's Restaurant. Love Italian food. Love lasagna. And then another station. And this looks like it's not to scale with HO scale. This looks more like O scale or something like that. So I'll have to do some research on it. If any of you guys know that are model train people, please let me know in the comments what this stuff is. That is 3 boxes. We got 2 to go. And here we're going to be getting into the good stuff. The final 2 boxes. This is train cars, and then the final box is the trains themselves. We have a Great Northern boxcar. We have the breakdown crane, and I actually have this. I got this at a train show, probably my second ever train show I went to. So I've got 2 of these now. Looks like the base is popped off of that one. There we go. A Milwaukee Road refrigerator car, you know, for hauling like frozen goods, like frozen meats, ice cream, milk, stuff like that. A New Haven boxcar. Another breakdown crane. Really, really cool. I got 3 of these now. And please keep in mind, I'm not going to try to flip any of this to kind of make any kind of profit off of it. My pastor thought enough of me to give this stuff to me and trust me with it. And all this stuff will get used by me. It will just take a little bit of time to get everything going. 2 Virginian coal cars. Looks like the coal bed has come out of it. But you can 3D print those. You guys know I do a ton of 3D printing. We have 2 cabooses here. One is a Santa Fe, and the other one is Delaware and Hudson. This box here train parts is what's wrote on it. And I won't open it. I'll just show it to you guys real quickly. Looks like it has some trucks, some spare motors in it, and the electrical stuff. Again, that's something I've really got to get familiar with, is all the electronics and everything. So here are the actual cars that go with the cranes. The crane, when you put it on the track, let's see here, when you put it on there, the arm of the crane kind of rests on this car here when the train is pulling it along. So that's really cool to have all of that. We have a tanker car here. It says Diamond Chemical. And then we have a flatbed holding and hauling some classic automobiles. Of course, this is the proper scale for HO scale cars, but you guys know I love to collect Hot Wheels, so Hot Wheels cars are actually on my layout, you know, just to have that nostalgia flair of Hot Wheels, but this is the proper scale. I believe I do have a Hot Wheels over here. You can see how this is a newer style Hot Wheels car, but you can see how the scale is kind of off. But again, Hot Wheels is very nostalgic for me with all the memories I made as kids. That is box 4. We have one box to go. I'm always happy to have new rolling stock to look at when the trains are pulling them. We will pack this up quickly, and we will get to the final box, which holds the engines. And again, when my pastor gave me all of this stuff, I did quickly glance in the actual train box, but I haven't gone through everything, and this box is very heavy, so really cool. So we will go through it together. And again, in my haste to look at everything and in my excitement, I only opened this train here and put it on the test track we just made in a previous video. It's a nice Santa Fe classic style diesel engine. I know some of them are more streamlined, and this is a Bachmann model, and this was the box it came in. We have a classic Santa Fe engine. This is also Bachmann. It says so on the bottom. I've got a couple of these, probably 3 or 4 of them maybe. We have another Bachmann Santa Fe here. I believe this was kind of like the most popular one that you could get in the old Bachmann sets and everything. Not really sure. I know the Santa Fe came in a set called Cannonball Express, and that was my very first HO scale train set I ever had, and it had like the little hand car people that went in front of it like they were trying to escape the running train. There is 2 Transformers here. Nice old school Transformers. I've got a few of these packed away, and these I probably will not use just because I don't know how good the electrical is because of how long they have set, you know, in a static mode in like an attic or basement or something. You never know that with these older controllers. I am happy with the power supplies I have on my layout. Here we have, it says a Burlington engine, and we will open it. And this one looks like it might need some TLC, but that's always great. Of course, Burlington, North Carolina is where I am at, but I don't think this is the same reference to Burlington, North Carolina. I have a few box cars and all that have Burlington on them, and I was always happy to pick those up because my hometown is Burlington, North Carolina. And then finally, it looks like we have a steam engine. You guys know I am a huge fan of Thomas the Tank Engine and trains like that. And I'm going to be careful here just in case there's any parts in here. Wow, looks like an old school brass model here. Really heavy and really greatly detailed. It is a 2/8 two-wheel arrangement. I believe that's how it's properly pronounced. And the number on this train is 4078. Really, really cool. Again, the trains in the rolling stock And some of the decor pieces I know I will use and get a ton of use out of. I know that a lot of the decor I probably will not use, and I hate to say that, but I probably won't, because I love printing out my own buildings and theming them to how my imagination is. Of course, to buildings that are in my hometown and everything. Of course, I've taken buildings and themed them to fun and fanciful stuff too. But really, really cool. That was the 5th box. So that is all the boxes that was given to me. I'm going to move the camera one more time and we will close the video. And that, my friends, is going to wrap up this video. Hopefully it wasn't too long-winded or drawn out for you guys. Again, we had 5 boxes to go through, and as stated in the first part of the video, I did quickly glance in everything when my pastor gave me the 5 boxes just out of excitement. But as I was picking stuff up, I closed everything and brought it out to the workshop and wanted to film it, and you guys get a genuine reaction to how excited I am for more train adventures ahead. Again, a lot of the buildings and the decor I probably will not be using going forward. There's some stuff in there I know I will use that I seen when I was glancing at everything, but my main thing right now is the trains, the locomotives, as well as the rolling stock that we showed those last 2 boxes. I'm going to clean all those up, the wheels and everything, and hopefully they'll be featured in future videos where we are in the train room going along on those rustic train journeys. Really, really cool. I want to once again thank my pastor for giving me the 5 boxes. Again, all this came into my possession just by having coffee with him. And again, he is just an amazing individual. And again, if you have a pastor that really cares about the people and cares about you and reaches out to you, or you can reach out to them at any time, you are more blessed than you really realize to have someone like that in your life. But really, really cool. This is not the first time someone has ever gave me HS scale train stuff, and not even the second time. This is the 3rd time something like this has came into my possession. My buddy Robert in New York sent me the original huge set of stuff, and it was a bunch of old building kits that had never been built, and I've built probably 90% of those, and they are on the layout, and he sent a train, and I thank you for that, my friend. That was well before I started documenting the train stuff over here on the channel. And then a friend that's been a family friend that lives down the street in the neighborhood, he was cleaning out a house, and he gave me a lot of very old and very vintage HO scale stuff, so I also thank him for that as well. And once again, I want to thank my pastor for the amazing kindness he showed me. Again, I'm not going to try to flip any of this and try to make a quick dollar on it. I do have some friends that are trying to get into HO scale stuff, so I might pass along some duplicates to them as well. My pastor said just take them and make memories with them, and that's what the model train hobby is. When he was sitting there reminiscing, you could see it in his eyes. The memories come flooding back into him as he was thinking about the time him and his papa sit in the floor and they were building the layouts and going on their own train adventures, and now it's being passed along to me, and hopefully one day eventually I can pass it along, you know, to someone to continue making the memories with an amazing world of model railroading that it is. You can always make great memories with anything you do, not just strictly model railroading. But I've had fun in today's video. Again, I hope it wasn't too long-winded for you guys. If you're new to the channel, hopefully you'll click that subscribe button to continue following along on not just these videos, but also the woodworking journeys that take place out in the workshop. If you're new to the channel, again, please subscribe to it, and also follow me across all my social medias under the Artisan Pirate name. As always, links to contact me, as well as all my social medias, will always be linked down in the description box below these videos. That's about all for this one, and remember guys, if I can make it or do it, so can you. I'm the Artisan Pirate. Take care, and I'll see you guys real soon.